I want to expand on arithmetic operators. We already know about the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus operators, but we also need to know about the increment and decrement operators. These operators are used when you want quickly and easily to add or subtract 1 from a variable. First, the increment operator. It is two plus signs together. The placement of these signs are confusing but important in some cases. If we prefix a variable with the increment operator, the variable will be incremented and then the value returned. If we postfix the variable with the increment operator, it will return the value, then increment it. Very small but important distinction. The distinction is made when the operator precedence comes into consideration. I'll specify in a moment. The decrement operator is a double minus sign and placed before or directly after the variable you are affecting. Again, there is an important difference between placing it before and after. To distinguish the difference between the prefixed and postfixed increment and decrement operator, let's have a look at this script. Here we have a value defined of 2. First, we're going to prefix the increment operator to the variable. When we run this in a browser, we have a value of 3, exactly as expected. After all, we are adding 1 to the variable that has 2 in it. So we should have received 3. Now, if we change this to a postfix operator and run this in the browser, we have a value of 2 returned. Why? Because of the small difference between the prefix and the postfix. When the value is prefixed, the operation happens first and then the value is returned. However, with the postfix, the value is returned, then the operation is performed. Thus, we have 2 returned, then it is incremented. If we print out the value immediately afterwards again, we can see that it has a value of 3. Because the increment did happen, only it happened after the value was first returned. The exact same would apply to the decrement operator. Again, this is a small distinction, but a very important one. Finally, the last bit of basic operators that we will cover is combining operators. This relates specifically to the assignment operator and math operators. You can combine the two to make an operation a bit shorter. For example, we have a variable b with a value of 3, variable c with a value of 4. If I want to add these two together, I could simply create variable d to add b plus c. Print out d, and we get a value of b plus c, which is 3 plus 4, so we get 7. However, to save time and variable space, we could also just combine the operators and do the addition to reset the value of b. So what we end up is b plus equals c. So we're going to take b and, remember our precedence, we're going to add b plus c. And then it's going to assign that to b. So when we print out b, we have a value of 7. We could do the exact same with multiplication, subtraction, division, and modulus operations. Next, we're going to cover more advanced operators, such as comparison and logical operators.